Here are 15 of the best Ask Reddit stories for today. I hope you enjoy and remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. We post new videos every day.
Should Alec Baldwin face jail time? What do you think about the charges against Alec Baldwin for the death of Halyna Hutchins? We don't know what evidence will come out at the trial. Wait for the evidence. Why were they using real weapons and not prop guns? Why and how did live ammunition come to be on the set? Too many unanswered uncomfortable questions still to be asked/answered. Ooh, Redditors playing lawyer, this always goes well. Whichever moron put real bullets into that gun needs to go to jail. Fairly simple. What's something you learned embarrassingly late in life? That you don't have to stand in the shower while the water warms up. Although Mick Jagger's name was Majagger, and people just never said his first name for some reason. Houston is not the name of the guy astronauts talk to. When I was 10 years old, I considered orgasm to be a nice word for a fart. I told my mother that my stomach hurt from having so many orgasms. What quietly went away without anyone noticing? When you turn off the TV, how the image would shrink to a dot before slowly fading away. Waterbeds, Facebook poke wars, actual toys in cereal boxes and Cracker Jack boxes. HQ trivia. Who are two figures in history you never would have guessed were alive at the same time? Picasso and Eminem. Orville Wright and Neil Armstrong. Hitler, Freud, and Stalin were neighbors in Vienna at some point in time. Charlie Chaplin and The Rock. Helen Keller and Barack Obama. What's the most boring sport to watch? Little League T-ball when your kid isn't up. Microsoft Excel World Championship. Not a joke, this thing is real. Rowing. I have been rowing competitively for years and I understand the nuances, yet it's still the dullest thing in the world. Fishing. What is 32 old for? I'm 32 and wondering if it's too late to learn how to skateboard or if it's cringe if I even try. I'm in the best shape of my life. Not much. It might not feel like it right now, but the world is your oyster at 30. Not knowing basic survival skills and relying on someone to do it for you. Example, cooking, laundry, sneaking up on someone. I was just trying to sneak up to my wife who had fallen asleep in her chair and the sound of my knees popping blew my cover. What were you bullied for? Eczema, which often affected my face. I was socially awkward. I also was greatly motivated to be liked. I did a lot of shit trying to be liked that in hindsight made me unliked. Being poor, and my mom smoked continuously, so being poor and smelly. Kids are brutal. Being the small kid. I was called a biscuit head because my head was shaped like a biscuit. What is a red flag in a women/men you should dodge? When nothing is ever their fault, it's always someone else's. Really jealous. Everyone has a tiny bit or none at all, but people really jealous will make your life hell. One of my exes literally gave me a list of her red flags if I dated her. Obviously you can figure out what happened. When they tell a story that they think makes them look good but they're clearly the bad guy in it and they don't realize. When interests and life goals turned out to be 100% the same as yours after you have shared yours. Or changes as you talk about what is important to you. Would you stay with your significant other if they lost their legs after double amputation? If so, would you do it out of obligation, or if not, why not? I married the man, not his legs. So unless he became abusive, I'm in it to win it. She ain't gonna walk out on me. I immediately thought of new bang positions. I'm horrible. I've been with my significant other for 27 years. There is nothing in this world that would make me leave this man. People who don't exercise or work out, why don't you? I work construction and honestly after working all day going up and down ladders and moving equipment, I'm all set. I used to and it feels good when it's done, but I absolutely hate every second of it. It's more fun if you have somebody to run/exercise with, but I don't, so it's very hard to motivate myself to do something I really don't like. I walk, that's all I feel like doing. People who take 20 to 30 minutes to poop, what are y'all doing in there? About 75% I deal with my IBS either being constipated or lava water coming out. 25% of the time it's a break away from reality and I catch up on news or social media. Hiding from the family. It's one of three things. 1. Really constipated. 2. The wipe that won't end. 3. The only place to find some damn peace and quiet. Scrolling Reddit. What are some red flags in an interview that reveals the job is toxic? I interviewed for one once where the manager spent the whole time asking me the usual questions in between rounds of berating some poor tech support employee on the phone about their payroll software. Also, anytime a hiring manager talks up the company's bonuses and raises to justify their low salary, you'd better believe you're not actually getting either. Trying to get you to agree to start before they tell you what you'll be paid. If you hear the word sales mentioned anywhere in the job description, then sales will be your main job. We expect our employees to be flexible regarding work schedules. Would you be available to work evenings, weekends, and occasionally on holidays with short notice according to our needs? To those that grew up without mobile phones, social media, etc., how was it? We used to walk to our friends' houses, knock on the door and see if they were available. Easier. We didn't have to be in contact all the time. I would actually read books. Nice. It was way easier to make friends because everyone would be outside at the local hangout spots, so you would know pretty much everyone and were sure to meet your people. You just won $1 billion. What are you still not buying? Any MLM product. Salt Bae's BS. Snapchat Plus. Meth. Raid Shadow Legends. What's something you've never tried and never will? Russian roulette. That cave exploration hobby where people squeeze through tight spaces. Just frick no. Posting a crying selfie on social media. Cave diving. Nope. Raid Shadow Legends. What's your favorite album ever? Pearl Jam, 10. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Abbey Road. Born to Run. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue.